have that running for you. And we get the audio now running there on the YouTube as well on our video stream. We welcome you in. We will mention once again, gymnasiums can be the worst place for cell phone signal. If you are a fan of basketball and go to games on a regular basis, you've probably experienced it. Sometimes it can be hard to get a message in or out of one of the gymnasiums. They're usually pretty much like a bunker. And so as we try to get tonight's broadcast going, please bear with us. For those that may be trying to watch the broadcast online, we are doing our best, and we will continue to try and get it on throughout tonight's contest. It may be a little bit difficult at times as we deal with issues with our with our cell phone signal here for our Wi-Fi hotspots. So, should be an adventure. That's what happens sometimes. We're definitely familiar with the locations when we go on the road in conference play. When it's non-conference play, sometimes it can give us a little bit of a surprise because we're not used to all these locations. All right, enough explaining what's going on tonight. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Jordan Humphreys, learn a little bit more about how the team has been doing during this holiday break. They've played in a couple of tournaments, had a number of games under their belt. What have they learned about themselves so far in this portion of the season? We've got conference play coming up in just a couple of games, and so we'll see how the team is doing as they lead into Southwest Conference play. It's Roseburg and McMinnville squaring off tonight. We have the action for you coming up in just a little bit. Online at 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Back here with more of our pregame on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Also streaming with video online at 541radio.com. As we get ready for Roseburg up on the road against the McMinnville Grizzlies here tonight, we get a chance to catch up with head coach Jordan Humphreys. And, Coach, we've been gone for a little bit, but you guys have been working hard during this holiday break, coming off of a nice win to finish things out there at the Abbeys Classic. But a couple of opportunities for you guys to go on the road, take part in some tournament kind of action for you guys. How's the last couple of weeks been here during this holiday break?
It was good. We had some time to spend with the team and get to know each other a little bit better and finally settle in a little bit. Had a good week of practice, finally a full week, and got to work on a lot of things and fix up some holes that we've had, so I think we're prepared.
I saw the kind of game recap that went into the newspaper about the last one against Red Bluff from California there, and it was described as what maybe your most complete game that you guys have been able to play so far this season. What do you think you guys did well, and how do you hope to try and carry that over into the rest of the season?
I think we were pretty loose for that game. We've been playing really tight in a lot of our games, and we finally loosened up, and we were comfortable and had a lot of fun. So I think that kind of helped us to play like we're capable of.
Usually these tournaments during the holiday, guys don't have to worry about school. They can kind of focus on the game. They can focus on some of the team building type of aspects that you get when you get to spend a lot of time away from the other things that occupy a student's mind. But how do you feel like, is this kind of a turning point in this season for these guys? Do you feel like they can keep growing from this point and that they've maybe hit a certain point in the season where things are starting to click maybe a little bit more?
Yeah, we've definitely had enough games that we're able to kind of feel each other out, and we're starting to get comfortable in the game and not feel as rushed as we did to start games early in the season, and feel like we're at a point where we're able to slow down, and the speed of the game is finally slowing down for us.
For you, since we haven't seen the team here in a couple of games while we were over the holiday break here, any major changes that you guys have explored trying to mix things up, see if you can get a different flow going for the team or anything like that?
We've done a few different things offensively, but mostly just trying to get good at what we're already doing and not trying to overcomplicate things, just trying to keep it simple and get better at what we do.
Tonight you guys take on a Grizzlies team that looks like they're a young squad, kind of like what you guys have. They've had their own struggles this season with a 1-7 record. What do you expect out of McMinnville this evening?
Well, they always play hard. Their coach has been here for quite a while, and he gets his guys playing hard, and so I expect them to play hard. And they're playing at home, and they're just as hungry as we are to get a win, and probably looking at our record thinking the same thing. So it's definitely not going to be a gimme, and we're going to have to be ready for a dogfight.
All right, we look forward to it tonight as the Roseburg Indians take on the McMinnville Grizzlies in a non-league showdown. We'll thank head coach Jordan Humphreys for his time here in the pregame show. We'll come back with a look at your starting lineups, get you ready for tip-off when we return here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Well, everybody, this is Josh. Welcome back to McMinnville High School. Joey is currently trying to figure out what he is going to do with the Wi-Fi signal, trying to get this video stream up and going. The girls' game just got over with, and boys basketball has now taken the floor, warming up here, getting ready to play the McMinnville Grizzlies. So back to you, Joey.
All right, thanks, Josh. We are doing the best we can to try and diagnose a few of these technical issues we're having with the video stream. For those that may be trying to watch at 541, recognize that it's unfortunately it is bogging down a little bit with the video stream because of our cell phone signal. I moved our Wi-Fi hotspot a little bit closer to the outer wall of the gymnasium, and we'll see maybe if that gives us any sort of benefit, but do so and see if we can get it running. And hopefully we'll have that up there for you to be able to bring you the broadcast of tonight's basketball game. I know we had people asking about it earlier on, whether or not we'd be broadcasting tonight's game on the video stream. I told them we would, and finally I'm not able to guarantee that necessarily coming up so far tonight. But we will keep trying. It down to Bowman, and it's stolen away by Roseburg. Zach Martin brings it across the timeline, dribbling right side out to the top. Jacob Parker to Danil Olsen on the far side. Now into the corner. Driving right side, tried to split the lane, and he's called for a travel. Got bumped, and they don't blow a whistle for a foul. Instead, they blow a whistle because he ended up walking. So Zach Martin with a turnover again. So Roseburg struggling to get some offensive looks from anything inside the perimeter. Breaking the press across the floor. Baumberger brings it up the left side. Now his pass out to the top, stolen away by Pinard. He's out in front, had 1-on-2, but trying to strip it out of his hands. Terrence Seibel will get called for the foul, and I believe that should send Atrio Pinard to the free throw line. So Pinard will go to the line. The junior coming off of 12 points in the win against Red Bluff. And he will clink the first attempt off the iron, no good. Well, at the moment we are streaming, but we might be We might see some issues. We'll try our best to keep it going, but at the moment, we do appear that we are streaming. It is a 2-1 ball game, but on the other side of the floor, it is Jarrett Bowman that gets his first 2 of the night, and it's now 4-1. So after Roseburg gets on the board, after a 1-for-2 trip from the line for Pinard, on the other side, McMinnville gets their second field goal of the night. Driving in a floater over the top of the defense by Jacob Parker, no good. Pinard got the offensive board, and he'll go back up. Some nifty footwork in the middle, and he was able to get the bucket to fall. It's 4-3. Roseburg trailing by 1. It's been as much as a 3-point lead for McMinnville here in the first quarter. Baumberger in the corner, back out to the top, got the defender out of position. Isaac Mason drives in. Mason's pass, though, as he got trapped on the lane, gets stolen away. Matt Parker gets it to Jacob Parker with the left hand. Jacob will finish, and Roseburg takes their first lead of the night at 5-4 with 3:24 to go here in the first quarter. Pass across the floor, Baumberger handling it, trying to split the 2 defenders, lobs it up the floor to Seibel, and Seibel will draw a blocking foul from Roseburg. It'll be an inbound from the sideline. They call the foul against Danil Olsen. It'll be the first against Olsen. So after the foul call, it'll be the third against Roseburg, by the way. It's McMinnville ball. They enter quickly down low to Bowman, and he is a big boy at 6'7", and he looks hefty. He has got a good frame on him, and he just powers his way down low against Roseburg. Working against the 3-2 zone from McMinnville. Pass to the near side is tipped away. The Indians will keep it, though, on the near sideline in front of a small student section here at McMinnville during the holiday break. Out top with it, Jacob Parker dribbles to the right side, hands off to Olsen. Olsen, one-on-one with a defender right on him. Into the corner, catch and shoot 3 from Martin, and he is knocked to the floor. Doesn't get the 3 to fall, but he'll head to the line, and we'll have 3 free throws coming up. A chance to put Roseburg back in front and possibly give them their largest lead of the night. They trail 6-5 with 2:49 to go here in the first quarter. They've led by as many as 1. Tonight's game brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza and by our friends at Mahalo Heating and Cooling, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. First free throw goes through for Martin. He'll have 2 more coming. Second free throw hits the front iron and no good. Third one still to go. Chance to give Roseburg a 1-point lead. And Martin will do so. 2 out of 3 from the line for Zach Martin, and Roseburg's in front 7-6. Up the floor quickly for McMinnville against the Roseburg press, and Bowman underneath is right there for another one. He's got 6 points in the game, and 8-7 now the score in front. McMinnville. Matt Parker draws the zone defense into the corner, and Danil Olsen finally connects on a 3. His third attempt finally goes through, and Roseburg's in front by 2, 10-8. Indians' largest lead. Pressure in the backcourt again. McMinnville will get it across the timeline. On the near side, trapped a bit. With it, Seibel finally passes it away. Driving in, Dotterman will go right to the rim, but his shot no good. Rebound went to Bowman. His putback no good. And Roseburg gets the rebound. After 2 attempts for the Grizzlies, they couldn't cash in. They still trail by 2, 10-8 with 2 minutes to play. First quarter. In the left corner, Martin underneath to Jacob Parker. Out to Matt Parker for a 3, and Matt Parker gets his first 3 of the night. And Roseburg now finally getting those 3s to drop. They're on top 13-8, a 5-point lead, their largest margin so far this evening. On the near side, a long pass across the court. Now into the middle. And stepping around a defender, but he never put the ball on the floor, and Zach Donahue will travel to give the ball back to the Indians. And subs coming in for McMinnville. Matt Washburn will check into the game. And I believe also in off the bench is going to be Brian Montiel checking in for the Grizzlies. Montiel in the backcourt working against Jacob Parker. He just races around everybody on the defense, but his shot too strong. Underneath, a great offensive battle for Atreyu Pinard, and he is fouled as he fights for the offensive rebound, and he's going to get the call there. It'll be the 3rd personal foul against McMinnville. Inbound from the baseline, out to the top. Matt Parker, another 3. He's starting to feel from the outside. He's got 2 in 3 attempts. And Roseburg, just like that, is now doubled up McMinnville here in the first quarter, 16-8. A minute 15 to play in the first. On the near side, back out to the top, goes through the hands of the player, Cody Dotterman. Almost lost it out to midcourt, but he's able to keep it on his half of the floor. Coming to get it, Montiel has it over his head. Passes left side to Bowman. Bowman back out to the top to Washburn, who recently came in. Driving baseline, now they go. They drove baseline, got the defense to come to him, and Montiel finds the wide open Bowman in the middle, and he is able to get another easy 2. He's got 8 in the quarter. It's 16-10, 45 seconds to play. Danil Olson wants another 3. The lefty just off the mark. Olson now 1 for 4 from behind the arc. 35 seconds to play first quarter. Roseburg storming in late in the first half to pull ahead by as many as 8, leading by 6. Cutting to the basket on the near side. Dotterman had to send it back out to the top after getting cut off. He comes to get it. Right of the wing. He'll pass it into the far corner. With it, Washburn dribbles back out to the top. Finds Montiel. Montiel working against Matt Parker to the right side. 8 seconds to play. First quarter, behind the back dribble. Spins around, drives baseline, picks up the dribble. 2 seconds to go. Out at the top. Got to get a shot off before the horn. It's no good for Isaac Mason. And after 1 quarter of play, it's 16-10. Roseburg's in front of McMinnville. We'll come back with the second quarter after this 60-second break. This is Roseburg basketball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chrome, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Stay tuned for more Roseburg basketball at 541radio.com.
McMinnville basketball to start the second quarter.
Well, welcome you back here to McMinnville, where we start the second quarter. Roseburg in front 16-10 against the McMinnville Grizzlies. The Grizzlies start with the basketball, and they get a perfect give and go to the corner. Cutting baseline was Isaac Mason for 2. And he gets the Grizzlies back within 4. 16-12, 7:42. Driving through the middle, kick out. Matt Parker, his 3 rattles out after going halfway down. That stops his hot streak. He hit 2 straight. His 3rd straight doesn't go in. And then on an offensive battle underneath the basket, Roseburg gets called for a foul as McMinnville able to pull it away. Roseburg led by as many as 8 in the first quarter, 16-8. And they are on top by 4 right now after leading by 6 at the end of the first quarter. First quarter leading scorers, 8 points for Jarrett Bowman and 6 points for Matt Parker for Roseburg. Coming in, Alaric Call will check in for Roseburg. And Carson Six also starting things out here in the second quarter. Roseburg going with a smaller lineup. The tallest player out there is Atreyu Pinard at 6'3". Of course, that's the tallest players listed on the roster for the Indians. Out at the top with the basketball, Cody Dotterman, pass to the near side. Underneath, Alaric Call having to fight against the 6'7" Jarrett Bowman. Call is listed at 5'9", so that is just a bit of a height advantage for the Grizzlies. Call is called for his first foul and his quick appearance so far in this ball game. Underneath the basket, inbound for McMinnville. To the near side, with it is Mason. Underneath, Bowman drawing almost a triple team, and they'll call the foul, and he gets the bucket off the glass. And that is going to be the mismatch that it looks like McMinnville definitely wants to attack. The size advantage, and they are going to it. 6th foul against Roseburg, 3 against McMinnville so far. Here in the second quarter, the three-point play, no good. And they will call a push on the rebound attempt by McMinnville. Roseburg will get the basketball. Roseburg basketball tonight brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Roseburg with the basketball, leading by 2, 16-14. Out to the top, to the near side, into the corner. Jacob Parker to Matt Parker. Deep corner three, buries it. Matt Parker's third of the night. He's got 9, and Roseburg's back in front by 5, 19-14. Crossover at the top, almost a steal by Matt Parker, but he's called for the reach in. He can't quite believe it. But Matt Parker hit for it there. And the foul will put McMinnville into the bonus, 7 fouls, and I believe this will send him to the line for a 1-and-1. Matt Parker couldn't quite believe. He thought he had a poke away and a possible legitimate steal, but he didn't get credit for that. On the free throw, they call a lane violation on McMinnville, and that means Roseburg will get it, so no second look at it. And that'll give Roseburg the basketball after the foul attempt. So bringing the ball up the floor after the lane violation. Jacob Parker to the far side. Into the game is going to be Jacob Fay getting some action here early on. And finding things open wide up for him. Jacob Parker goes right to the rim from the left side. He lays it in with the right hand. Up the defense against the full court pressure to the near side. Dotterman. Now they find open on the far side of the floor. Washburn, but back out to the top to reset to Seibel. Seibel with the right hand dribbles. Pass it away to Dotterman. Dotterman dribbling left side. Now back to the right. Into the corner for Max Egley, who has come into the game. Down underneath. Turnaround jump shot no good for Zach Donahue. And Roseburg comes down with the defensive rebound. To the right side, Carson Six driving with the right hand from the free throw line. Passes it out, and it's a 3. It's good. And this one's Jacob Parker, who gets his first 3 of the night. And Roseburg hitting well from behind the arc. They're on top by 10 as they lead 24-14. 5:51 to go here in the first quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here as we let you know tonight's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go? Takes you. And by Aviva Health. And our friends at Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue, or call them at 672-5701. We let you know that our video stream, it is up and running. It sounds like the audio may be okay, but the video is lagging behind if you're trying to watch on our YouTube channel. So we've gotten to about the best that we can, I think, that we're going to have tonight. We are trying to do it. If it's watchable for you, we appreciate you tuning in. If not, you can listen to the game online at 541radio.com and on the 541 Radio app, or you can tune in on the radio on 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Back to play after the timeout. 5:39 and counting here in the second quarter. Driving with it from the perimeter, Donahue. Now trapped at the right elbow. Baumberger, he'll pass it away. Egley out at the top, back underneath to Donahue. Tries to work into the paint against Call, has to kick it out. It's a 3 attempt, and it's good for Cody Dotterman. First 3 made tonight for McMinnville. Gets them back within 7. Fay with it on the far side to 6 at the top. Goes around a screen, got free, but he can't quite get the lay-in. Tipped around and out of bounds by Roseburg. McMinnville will get it. Six got the edge, but he couldn't quite finish with the left hand at the rim. And then on the rebound, it was tipped out of bounds by Roseburg. No full court pressure here. Roseburg will set up in the half court. Across the midcourt stripe, Terrence Siebel. Pass it away to Bowman, who's come back in. Back on the near side, Siebel will get it at the wing. Picks up his dribble, tries to loft it in the middle. Zach Martin, who's checked back in, marking now against Bowman. A 3 from the top by Siebel is good. Terrence Siebel gets his first points of the night, gets McMinnville back within 4. Driving right side, got into the middle, but didn't want to test the bigs underneath. Jacob Parker passes it away. Now Zach try and cut through the middle. His shot no good, but the rebound comes down to Alaric Call. Back out to the top to Carson Six for another look. Martin had a nice move, just couldn't get the bucket to count. It was halfway down before it spit out. Jacob Fay enters it back into Martin from the right block. That time it sits on the rim and falls off. Just does not want to go for Zach Martin on 2 looks. McMinnville on the other side. Out to the top, Baumberger. They work it around the perimeter to the far side of the floor. Terrence Siebel with it. Siebel out to the top to Egley, who tries the 3. Max Egley, the senior, only senior on the floor for either team, or on the roster for either team. Egley gets his first bucket, and it's a 1-point game after leading by 10. Roseburg leads 24-23. Cutting underneath, and Carson 6 will stop the run as he gets the reverse lay-in to make it 26-23. First points of the night for Carson 6, and that stops what was a 9-0 run by McMinnville. Pass to the far side, Egley looking underneath, but his lob pass stolen away by Alaric Call. The breakaway, he'll lay it in. Alaric Call with the steal and finish goes coast to coast and puts Roseburg back up by 5. Bringing it across the timeline. Siebel, pass into the corner for Egley, looking underneath. Dribbles once, picks up the dribble. Carson 6 right on top of him. A pass nearly goes out of bounds. It's saved back in by Baumberger. Goes right to Roseburg. Welcome back to McMinnville High School as we get the second half underway. The Roseburg Indians starting with the possession. They work the ball around the floor for a few moments and will draw a foul to start things off here. Tie ball game, 32-all between Roseburg and McMinnville. Zach Martin drawing a foul and will head to the line. Roseburg left to right on your radio dial to start the second half. You've got Zach Martin at the line making the first of 2 free throws to put Roseburg in front, 32-33. The foul going against Jarrett Bowman. Martin, Olson, Pinard, and the Parker brothers to start on the floor for Roseburg here in the second half. Both free throws go through. 34-32 your score early second half for Roseburg. Back in front. The starting 5 for McMinnville here in the second half. Terrence Siebel will have it. He gets trapped on the near sideline. Will bounce it away to Isaac Mason. To the far side of the floor to Brandon Baumberger. Siebel will have it on the near side again. Jarrett Bowman under the middle. The big man continues to work. Gets 2 there to tie it back up at 34-all. And the 5th starter back out there is Zach Donahue for McMinnville. Those are your starting 5 on the floor. They go with the 2-3 zone against Roseburg. Into the corner. Back out. Zach Martin enters it into the middle to Pinard trying to work against Bowman. He gives up a few inches. Forced it up and just a little short on the shot for Pinard. He had a good offensive try against the bigger Bowman, but just was a little too forceful with the shot. On the far side, Baumberger with it at the wing will pick up his dribble, finds the backdoor cutter, and it's off the glass for 2, and Terrence Siebel will put McMinnville in front. And it's their first lead since the first quarter. They're up by 2. Their largest lead was at 4-1, and a travel call. Jacob Parker will get called for a travel. Matt Parker will head to the bench as Carson 6 comes into the game. They go with a slightly larger lineup with 6 in. They put some pressure in the backcourt. Seibel will pass it to the far side, working up the right side of the floor. Isaac Mason back out to Seibel at the top. He brings it to the near side to Baumberger. Nearly steps out of bounds, but he was watching his feet. To the far side, Mason with it. Isaac Mason enters it into the big man, draws a double team. He tried to pass it away, but it's stolen by Martin. Martin gets it with the give and go with Jacob, and he goes to the left side, but is hit. And Jacob Parker feeding Zach Martin on the give and go on the breakaway, and Martin taking it right to the rim in the heart of the defense, able to head to the free throw line. Going against Isaac Mason, second team foul against McMinnville here in the second half. We'll try and check in with Josh Nelson here during the second half and get some score updates for you throughout this one. Free throw goes through for Zach Martin. He has 3 line here in the second half so far. We got updates on Roseburg wrestling at the Doc Buchanan. Other games, Roseburg girls playing earlier today. We've got the freshman and JV scores to report. As Martin, of course, I mentioned he was perfect from the line in the second half, and he misses on his 4th attempt. 36-35, McMinnville still in front by 1. Around a screen, but couldn't get free. Pass into the corner and into the middle now. Mason feeding Bowman. Double team. He was long on his shot. Excuse me, that was Donahue who was long on the shot. And trying to get the weak side rebound was Bowman, but he couldn't handle it. Fumbles it out of bounds, and Roseburg will get it. A chance to regain the lead. In the backcourt, pressure on Matt Parker, but he's able to bring it across the timeline. Danil Olson has it on the far side. Enters in under the middle to Pinard, trying to work against Bowman. Roseburg really wants to work that, but it's not really an advantage to them. On the near side, a catch-and-shoot three for Baumberger, his first points of the night. And the three makes it a 4-point lead, largest of the game for McMinnville. They've come out with the second half intensity. Roseburg points only at the free throw line so far. A pass by Martin went to no one in particular, but Danil Olson will get it. Gets it to 6, drives baseline, no good. On the offensive rebound, Zach Martin gets hit on a putback attempt. And this is going to be Donahue. Donahue picks up his second. And to the free throw line will go Zach Martin. Martin has been the only point scorer so far in the second half for Roseburg, and they've all come from the free throw line. He makes it there to make it a 3-point game. Second free throw coming. Tonight's game been brought to you by Kegel Communications. Second free throw is good. 5 of 6 from the line here in the third quarter for Zach Martin. All of Roseburg points so far. Pressure again in the backcourt. Phil able to break it. They lob it over the top of the defense. Bowman underneath, though. Pressure comes. He'll kick it out to the open man beyond the arc. Shot dies on the back of the rim for Seibel, and Roseburg pulls down the rebound. So they get the stop. Olson to the near side. His pass was tipped. It went off of Matt Parker, who saves it back into the half court to Olson. Drives right through the middle, and Danil Olson will get a 2-point field goal.